What's up, everybody? Najir here. We're at Otakon 2024, the annual usual. You know what it is, July, folks. Finally, I got my friend in front of the camera. Oh, well, she's been in front of the camera for other reasons here, but finally we get a chance to get to know her just a little bit more. Morgan.
Yes.
Thanks
you
for the
having
time.
me.
Absolutely. How many Otakons is this for you?
Otakon was my second con ever, so 2017, and then we skipped 2020. So what's that? I cannot add.
Wait, how long you been cosplaying?
2017 was when I started cosplaying, officially. Like, first con I went to was Zenkai Con 2017. And then I dabbled in cosplay the year before for Halloween.
Okay, hold on. The math's not math in here. Okay, first of all, we're friends. You're a phenomenal person.
Oh, thank you. Sorry.
Super good. Like, really. 2017. I thought you've been cosplaying way longer than when I first met you.
No, I've just been watching a ton of cosplayers. That's what it does. See, since I was in middle school, I wanted to be a cosplayer. So. Okay,
so at what point did you decide to really take it serious?
So, Halloween was like the thing I did.
Yeah.
And then it started to not be enough. And once I graduated college, I'm like, I have adult money. Let me spend it how I want. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to cosplay.
Yeah.
And that's how it started.
Yeah. So how deep in the hole are you with cosplay funds right now?
I can pay my bills. That is the rule. You have to pay your bills first. But yeah, no, there's fun. I should take insurance out on some of these costumes.
And they're always so elaborate too. And we'll talk about some of my favorites and some of your favorites as well. But thank you for the time today. Finally,
yes.
We talk all the time, so this is kind of weird trying to be professional, but nonetheless, we got to do it for you folks who don't know who she is. Why Otakon? That's always been my biggest question. There's tons of conventions, and you make adult money, so you easily could go travel. You can do ones local to the north of you because there's a big New York presence there. You can obviously come down south here to the Washington, D.C. area, which I know you do come to a couple of here. And you can go out west because, you can hang with the best. There's Dragon Con that's down in the land. You can go anywhere you want to go, but why Otakon?
Otakon is one I always heard of when I was researching cons.
Yeah.
And when it was in Baltimore, I was like, oh, I want to go. But again, I was in like middle school, high school.
Yeah.
There's no way for me to get there by myself. Well, not safely, at least. So when I decided, I was like, no, like to my friends, I was like, we're going to Otakon because Otakon was the East Coast convention. It used to have commercials on TV.
I actually do not remember that.
I swear I saw one. It was back on the Funimation channel. When that was a TV channel. It's not anymore. Actually, Funimation doesn't exist anymore. So.
Yeah. Shout out to Crunchyroll. Rest in peace, Funimation. Yeah. But that I will have to check with the staff there. I'm
pretty sure I saw an ad.
Crazy.
Yeah, because I knew about it. It was before social media was a thing, and so I heard about it, and I was like, I want to go to Otakon. And then it's huge, but it's still comfortable. Like the New York cons are great, but they're really corporate. Yeah. Otakon hasn't gotten there yet, but you still get great guests. Yeah. And great people. Yeah. And the vibes are immaculate. Oh, and great places to shoot photos, of course. Yeah,
I will always pride them for their space, without a doubt. They do really amazing numbers for attendance, but I mean, you get too big. Some cons only run in hotels. The fact that you get the hotel and the convention,
and there's air conditioning.
Yeah, it's the air conditioning.
And they have all this area, and there's places to eat.
Yeah, and water. I just came from San Diego, and I was just telling people how it was like, it was almost like dangerous how it was so hard to find water.
Really? That should be like their number one priority, especially with like crowd crushing being a thing and people passing out.
Yeah, they said COVID gone. They took away all the hand sanitizer stations, all the water stations.
That.
Yeah.
We still have them.
Exactly. Yeah, I love Otakon.
Yeah.
We will be a conversation with you without talking about some Final Fantasy. Let's go for broke folks right now. What is your top 3?
Oh, so they switch around a lot.
Okay.
So 7's probably always going to be my favorite. The original. Okay. I don't know about the Rebirth remake where we're going with that. I don't hate it, but it's not done yet, so I don't want to give an opinion yet.
Okay, fair.
So 7, all of its weird spin-offs. And then, oh God. I really like 15. That's a controversial take. 15 was the first one I bought like completely by myself. Like I played it on my PlayStation. Yeah. And then it's a tie between 8 and 10. Okay. Because 10's the first Final Fantasy I saw anything from, but 8's has this little special place in my heart.
Same. That's where my love and hate for you is, because I agree with you, but the fact that like I haven't even been able to complete 16, and the fact that you've already gotten through a majority of 7, I'm just like,
yeah. I play them really
knowing
fast.
that we have the same taste too. Yeah, you do. You really do.
I have to. I have this thing where I'm like, I cannot be spoiled, so I'm going to sit here until I'm done the game.
Which I will commend you for not spoiling it for folks.
I will. No, I refuse to do that. That's a dick move.
Yeah, and I'll just say, for the record, I am a 10. Mm-hmm. I go 10, 15, 10, 15, 8 maybe for me. Just because 8 has that very special spot too.
8 has this weird, it's not nostalgia because I played it as an adult.
Yeah.
But it just works.
I think
it's weird though.
Yeah. There's
we go to space.
Yeah, that's true.
You forget we go to space. There's the moon.
That's
and
right.
the dog cannon.
That's right.
And the T-Rex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very firm on 8 now. Not even like an honorable mention. Like 8's definitely there. Mm-hmm. Favorite character then?
Out of any Final Fantasy?
Yeah.
Zack Fair. Easy. He's probably my favorite character in any media. I love Zack Fair, even though Crisis Core is a bit rough.
Yeah.
But I love him, everything he stands for. He's one of the few Final Fantasy men that's not completely brooding. Everybody has their problems. He does too.
Yeah. Ooh, for me, I feel like it's such a default to say Titus, but
Titus is great too. Another happy one.
Yeah. Just this, I don't know. Yeah, just the story. Noctis also has a little part of my heart, but the story a little bit is a little
full.
Yeah,
there's a lot of options to collect it.
Yeah, and then I don't know if I had to go women. I mean, it would be criminal not to say Tifa. Literally, like
I think. See, now my opinion gets skewed because it was always Aerith, but then in the remake Rebirth series, the R series, Tifa has my heart in those.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the many incarnations of the summons here, because it get called every single thing.
Yes.
Who's your favorite?
My favorite summon, I think, out of most games is usually Leviathan, just because it always looks pretty.
Yeah.
And Ramuh for using.
Yes.
Ramuh's the best to use.
Yes.
Like Leviathan, I won't use, but it's pretty.
I honestly, I gotta say that, especially what Shiva did to Ifrit in 15, that won me over. It's the first time I think I've ever gotten up from the game and just yelled like that fucking kiss of death. And just, I was like,
it was so beautiful. I mean, not for Ifrit, but Shiva's always a great one too.
Yeah,
but she's like a go-to.
So, with having such a love and appreciation for Square Enix, who's also going to be here this week, by the way, too, and tons of voice actors from the Final Fantasy franchise, even some we didn't name because some folks from 14 is also here as well, too. To translate that into cosplaying isn't just like a, hey, I'm going to do that, because all of the costumes are very elaborate, very detailed. And for you loving the characters and the craft, the company, and everything that involves it coming to our fingertips to play, you know you have to do it justice. Thus you do. With sort of that mental prep.
So basically, I look for who I like first. And then it gets narrowed down by who can I realistically pull off? Like, can I walk in this outfit?
Yeah.
Like, how many belts do they have?
Yeah.
Like, can I move? And then from there, I pick and choose what I can change. Some of them I bought. Like, this one is completely paid for. I did not make any of this. This is a bodysuit. I'm not making that. And then some, like, Tifa's, like, Crisis Core outfit. I made that, and I took different versions of it that I liked and put it together. So it's who I like from each game and what I want to do that year. And then I just pick what I like from their design and put it together that way, in a way that's comfortable for me to wear. Yeah,
that's accountability in these cons. I mean, I don't cosplay, but like seeing folks struggle.
We can get you into cosplay.
If anybody would do it, it would be you, 1,000%, because it will be something Final Fantasy, 1,000%.
Yes.
I'm kind of feeling, I don't know, maybe a sling, little red, little big sword action. You think I know I'm going that here, right? Who you got for the weekend? What's the entire lineup
so
here?
Benedicta's right now, and then tonight a really casual Jill, because everybody in 16's dressed for the winter for some reason. Tomorrow is Walmart at Aerith with my chair.
Yeah.
So I can, smack the bad guys. And then tomorrow night is Cowboy Tifa, even though I don't have cows. in 7. So I don't Chocobo Tifa, Chocobo Ranch Tifa, Crisis Core Tifa.
Yeah.
And then Sunday I'll be in Sid from 7.
Nice, Sid.
Yeah.
That's gonna be awesome.
Gender bent because I'm not drawing a beard on my face right now.
Yeah.
Hey,
but have you completely gender bent anybody? I don't know if I've seen you do so.
I've completely gender bent Gladio.
Yeah.
That was my first Otakon.
Really?
Yes, that was my not the first costume I wore at
Yeah.
Otakon, but my first Final Fantasy costume at Otakon.
Let's tap into some secrets here. The way how you work your social media is interesting because you're never without content.
Yeah.
What's the approach, or what's the measure of preservation? How do you trend things? Like what's sort of the mindset behind doing so? Because every time I see it, even if I have already seen it, it's being presented to me like
different.
Yes, and I'm just like, yeah.
So I work in marketing, so I have a little bit of like a social media.
Oh, I didn't mean to get that personal here.
You're fine. So I've learned from people who work on that end, like how things work and how things trend. So I kind of hoard pictures because I don't like doing rows and just throwing them all at people because I want to post what I think is relevant. So I always keep in mind, like, okay, so on Fridays, Final Fantasy Friday. That's kind of become a thing. So I love doing that. And then like Marvel Monday was a thing for a little bit. And I always want to try and post like twice a week, but things that I'm into at the time and things that are relevant to what's happening. So like Haikyuu had a movie.
Yeah.
I get to bring back Kenma, which you shot.
Yeah.
So I got to bring those pictures back. And then like Final Fantasy.
You can go Final Fantasy
forever.
7 days a week for all that.
I probably have enough to do that.
You talked about Marvel here, and I know you went to see.
Yes, I did.
Yes. What day is it? Y'all all should have seen it by now. Deadpool Wolverine. What did you think?
I liked it a lot. I liked it more than the second one.
Yeah.
I think the first is still my favorite.
Okay. I said that, and that was like a little controversial take, but I said it set the tone.
It set the tone, and there's something I can feel, not a bad way, but I can feel that Disney owns it now. There's like something with the jokes.
Yeah.
Something's missing. It's still funny. I love Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman. It was so good.
You know, the Fox days was very much in this case.
They were happening.
Yeah, they were happening. I was gonna say grounded, but I don't think that's the compliment that I'm trying to give here.
No.
But I think they very much were just very in their own space, which you know they were
before
doing
all
the
the
thing.
other ones happened.
But everything Disney's always like, what's the next thing? How
That's-
could I market? What's going to be the
I think
next
that's what
figure
I'm
in here?
feeling with
you
this
know?
one. You can kind of see it. And
It's commercial.
All I can think of though is with that, and then everything that they were announcing at San Diego Comic-Con. All I can think of is the line. It's like till you're 91.
Till you're 90. You know, somebody put it together for me, and I thought 90 was just like an exaggerated age.
Yeah.
But I realized that 90 actually isn't. Patrick Stewart.
You're right. Oh my god.
And I was like, oh.
That's real.
Yeah, I was
That's
like,
happening.
oh.
You're like, oh no.
I was like, oh, not the slander to my boy.
No.
I stand Sir Patrick Stewart, and it's always Sir Patrick Stewart
Yes,
to you
he
all.
earned that.
Yeah, I thought it was good too. I had a good time.
It was
with
fun,
Deadpool.
and I loved all the cameos.
Yeah.
I took my mother with me.
I was just going to ask you what your mother thinks.
She loved it because she was rewatching Deadpool 1 on TV.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you want to see the third one? She's like, there's a third one? She's like, wait, there's a second? So we watched that. And so we took her to the third. And I almost smacked her when, well, I guess we're safe from spoilers.
Yeah.
When Blade walked in, I was like, oh my God.
I lost my shit.
I didn't know. Like, they hit it so well.
So did Wesley, because the way how happy he and proud about it, I'm surprised
I thought he didn't
give
leak
any
something.
hint.
Yeah. That's why I was like, no way, that's him. And then I was like, oh, it is him.
The walk, the look, I stand Wesley
It was
Snipes.
so good. The only Blade.
Your mom, well, you're very wholesome. I would imagine your mom is like the most wholesomest person ever.
She's so sweet.
What do you put her? How I just can't even imagine your mom to the tons of cocaine line jokes and the tons of
she goes with
references.
it. She rolls with it. Yeah, she's used to me.
Yeah.
And like she watches me play video games.
Yeah.
So like she's been introduced. She's like, it's weird, whatever.
Where's her fandoms?
She grew up on Star Trek. But like the old Star Trek.
Yeah.
And she really likes Doctor Strange.
Really?
Yeah. So like she found his movie on TV. I'm like, it probably was Lifetime or something. Something was playing it, like a random channel. And she's like, yeah, have you seen Doctor Strange? I'm like, you know who Doctor Strange is? But yeah, so those are like her basic ones. Disney in general.
Yeah.
We both are Disney freaks.
Yeah.
And then I'm slowly getting her into video games. She watched me play Baldur's Gate. So she's a big fan of Baldur's Gate. I took her to her first con last month.
Yeah.
Actually, to meet voice actors from Baldur's Gate.
That's amazing.
That was great.
What's the chance you get her in cosplay?
Never. The closest I got her is we went to Disney World and went to their Halloween party where adults can dress up. Yeah. And I wore Kyrie, and I was like, please, just be anybody. I'm like, you know what? You want to be Goofy?
Yeah.
Because there's a Goofy hat. I'm like, just put it on.
Yeah,
so she did. And she has a Kingdom Hearts shirt. She's like, I'm in cosplay. And I'm like, sure.
Okay.
She won't wear a wig.
I root for Mama Morgan.
Yeah.
Hey, this is a couple of people we need to give some shout out to because, and obviously in fairness here, there's no you without your community of folks.
Yes.
You all always rock together.
Yes.
You all always have a presence at all the cons. And you trio is obviously easily the big group of love that you always want to encounter every time you're here.
Yes.
Who are these people?
Okay, so one would be, well, she's around here somewhere. Nightshade 93 or 2319. Ooh, I don't know how I messed up the number. There's underscores between that. I'm sure you can add that. The other one is Fresh Bear or Fresh X Bear is how it's typed out.
Yeah.
So we're friends from high school, and then our other friend who's separated from us for a little bit right now because she doesn't live up here anymore. But she's our go-to photographer, Fragmented Fable.
Yeah.
So that's our like core trio. Those are the people I came down here with.
Yeah.
I dragged them into my shenanigans. I make them cosplay Final Fantasy with me.
Who was the first cosplayer of the group?
We all kind of did it together.
Okay.
But I think Bracy, who's Fresh Bear, was me and her first because we did the plug suits from Evangelion at the Ren Fair. Like that fits, but but it was Halloween.
Ren Fair has been pseudo like a cosplay convention.
It's just weird to walk around it.
And I remember my first Ren Fair was definitely all about the drinking, and the very era oriented
the meats
activities.
And the joust.
But then when cosplay started to become a thing, I was like,
yeah.
It's interesting. Very much accepted. Pro wrestling even got into Ren Fair now. It's just like, okay, fuck it. Everything's in here now. All right, let's ask a few more questions here. What does cosplay mean to you?
Cosplay to me is just a way to express your fandom because I can't draw that well, and I can write, but I love being able to embody a character and go out and meet people who are in the same fandoms as me. So that's the whole point. It's like, this is like my calling card. Like, you like this?
Yeah.
Come talk to me and be my friend.
Yeah.
Especially as an adult, this is a great way to meet people with similar interests.
Facts. Because no one wants to talk to people at their jobs about their outside of job interests.
And then you never know.
Yeah.
HR is watching.
What you got working? What you have that you're working on coming down the pipeline? What other
The next
cosplays?
one that's like down the pipeline is Riku from Ten-2.
Okay.
What? The standard outfit.
Yeah. Really?
Not the dress orbs, the main one.
Yeah.
Yes, that'll be at CC. So next month. That's done. I just don't have any pictures of it.
Okay. And then for the final question here, for all that you've done in terms of cosplay, the people you met, the experiences you do, the signings, you met so many guests and so on. I mean, you've done a lot, and I can't even believe it's only been a short amount of years. I thought you've been doing it for so much longer. What's been that one defining moment? It's like, what's been that very special moment to you throughout all of this?
Honestly, it's hard to pick because it could be like a really personal moment, and there's like tons of those. But I think the one where I felt like honored was that 2 years ago when Susie Yang was here the first time? It was Otakon.
Yeah.
And I was in Walmart at Aerith, and I went and I was shooting at the other hotel, not the hotel that's attached to the con. And we were shooting over there, and she walked over, and she's like, "Oh my God, you're Aerith. I love it." And she was with her brother. And I was like, "Oh my God, you're Susie Yang." And she's like, "You know who I am?" And I'm like, "Yes, I do." And she's like, "Oh my God." And her brother was like, "Give her an autograph." And so she went upstairs and got me something. And I was just like, you didn't have to do that. Because like, that's how they make their living. And I was just really honored by that somebody from the franchise. Maybe one day Square Enix will notice me. It's okay.
There.
Hello, guys.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely appreciate your time. Things about doing interviews with friends is like I could probably talk for forever in this, but
so easy.
You know, we got to let her go out there and shine, do what you have to do. So, before we go, obviously you need to plug some social here.
Yes. So on Instagram, I'm Cosmic Sea Turtle __ between each word. On Twitter, I'm Cosmic Sea Turtle, all one word, but with no O. Because somebody took it. I don't know who that person is. Don't look for my TikTok. It's not great. And I have a YouTube channel that's, I think, Cosmic Sea Turtle Cosplay. I don't upload vlogs anymore. But it's there if you want to see old ones.
Well, how'd you land on it, just in case? Yeah.
So I read somewhere that when you make a username, you want to make sure that like it's something you like and that the abbreviations don't spell anything weird. So I was like, okay, well, I like cosmic print. I feel like I'm dating myself with that line. I like cosmic styles and prints, and I was like, sea turtles are really cute. And I'm like, CSC doesn't sound weird.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm doing that, and it wasn't taken.
Yeah.
Well,
there you go.
I think
besides
it's taken now.
somebody that took.
Yeah, it's like a turtle like reservation. They can have it. It's fine.
All right. Well, we can't send the army to help you claim that.
It's okay.
Because sometimes you need to do that. I had to get all of mine, and it was definitely a little bit of
give
fight.
it to me, please.
But dude,
Yeah.
Morgan, thank you so much for the time
Thank
today.
you.